What's up? Welcome to the Virzi Triplets show. Today we got comedian and host of the podcast Public Yemeni Mike Eshaq, baby.
Waiting for it to
What up?
It
You
took me a while.
tried. You tried.
I got it.
Public Yemeni #1.
Yeah,
There
I
you
said
go.
that.
You didn't say the number one part.
Well,
you just said Yemen and
I was so focused on the Yemeni.
He literally the whole time was just warming up. You just see him going, Yemen.
the past 5 minutes he's
Yemen,
been working on
Yemen.
it. Well, you got it. You got it.
I know I did. I'm good.
Maybe
at
I need to change the fucking name now.
Listen, it's just not meant for.
It's catchy.
I
I
will
call
say-
it Yemeni Snickets.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll be honest. Alex is probably a good litmus test for most white people in America.
Yeah.
Anytime he has to say something foreign, it's fucking garbage. He doesn't know how to say anything.
And he adopts the accent, which makes it even worse.
Oh, yeah.
Alex is one of those people.
If you go to a Greek restaurant, he won't be able to say anything properly.
No.
So you just order water.
I
he'll
just,
pronounce
I just
it
go
wrong.
the beef schwur, whatever the beef shawarma.
Shwarmy.
The
Shwarmy.
shwur.
I'll take the
shwur.
shwarmy.
The shwur?
Yeah.
Or to geek.
Hey, let me get the beef. Sure, I would kick you out of my restaurant.
The beef swimmer.
What's it to biki? To what the fuck is the one thing?
Don't look at me. I don't.
You know what I'm talking about? The sauce?
Dylan, yeah, the
Dylan,
mic.
what's-
Tahini.
Tahini. No, tahini is the fucking
Tzatziki.
There you go.
Tzatziki.
If you ask me to spell it, there's no fucking way I'm doing that shit.
Oh, I'm not spelling that.
Yeah.
No.
I can't. I'm not.
I'm
look,
not spelling that.
Here's the thing. I'm not pretending to be cultured either, though. I'm not like.
No, we know.
I'm not one of those guys that's like, yeah, I want to learn a new language and like travel the world. Like, no, I know I'm not that guy.
Well, he's been showing resistance. We want to go to Thailand.
Guys, go to Thailand.
That's what we're saying.
If
Come
you're
on.
a white guy and you're not going to Thailand, you're a piece of shit and an idiot.
There you go. You're sitting right next to a
Hold on.
fat piece
Why-
of shit right here.
Why should I go to? Why?
Bro,
Lady boys.
Asian women
Okay.
love white dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sold.
In Asian culture, there's this thing called dating up. And all Asian people are ranked at a rate. So if you're a Chinese woman and you nab you a Chinese man for a husband, you ain't shit. Because
Okay.
apparently Chinese is at the bottom.
Got it.
Wow.
Interesting.
Right? And then if she and in Asian culture they date up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's very racist classed.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, like, you know, if a Chinese goes Japanese, that's dating up. But the
Really?
ultimate dating up is ding, 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 white guy.
Ah.
So-
I mean.
So when you go to Thailand, you will see these old ass British wrinkled bags of fucking shit. And they will be like walking with a 20-year-old hot, just gorgeous Thai girl, man. And they love it. Like when I was in Thailand, I had a beard. I had this beard. It was a little bit bigger. And then I had a friend down there. Her name is Amy. She's a Thai woman.
Okay.
And she was really cool. And then she asked me after like I was there for like a week. She's like, "So have you like hooked up with any Thai girls?" I'm like, "I'm not getting any luck." And she goes, "That's because you have a beard."
Oh.
And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah." She goes, "In our folklore, and even in all the movies, the demons are always drawn as these dark guys with big black beards." This is what she told me. And then I was like, "Really?" And then she's like, "Yeah." She's like, I'm telling you, Mike. She's like, "If you shaved your beard tonight, you'll get a Thai girlfriend tomorrow."
Really?
That night I shaved my beard. And then I went and I left and I got on the subway. As soon as I got on the subway, bro, this hot Thai girl just turns around and smiles at me. Then I smiled at her back, and then she looked away, and then she smiled at me again. I was like, I'm gonna go talk to her. I walked right up to her. Hey, we hit it off. We're getting off on the same stop. It was like a fucking movie. I started talking to her. I'm like, let me get your number. Let's go out later tonight. She's like, yeah, I would love to see you. And it was just like a movie. The timing was amazing. As soon as we walked up the stairs and we got out to the street level, I gave her a hug. And as she was walking out, before that, she went and like called someone. And then she goes, and I had no idea. It was like a moped taxi.
Oh.
So, but the timing was perfect. So we were just walking out, and she goes, "Okay, so I see you tonight, yeah." She's like, "Okay, goodbye." And the guy comes, she hops on the back like this, like, and just took off. And I was like, got a Thai girlfriend the next day, bro. Just from shaving my beard.
I didn't realize.
But if you're a white guy, bro.
It's about time white man had a chance in
Yeah.
this world, okay?
Our
It's
time
about
is coming
damn
back.
time.
The privilege that you guys get there, man.
What are we doing in America?
What are you
I
doing
feel like
here?
we don't have white privilege in America right now, but that's apparently where we need to go. is
Oh,
over there.
yeah.
I didn't realize it.
Does that sell you on it? I mean, if you weren't already, I mean, that just sounds great.
That's anywhere in Southeast Asia. Indonesia, the Philippines, whatever.
Have you been to all of them?
I haven't been to the Philippines yet. Indonesia, I've been going there since I was a kid because my mom and dad were born there.
Which
really?
one? Where would you rather go, Philip or Thailand or Indonesia?
I say, listen, I love Indonesia. Indonesia is a harder thing to travel because there's
Okay.
17,000 islands.
yeah.
Okay, so
lot.
then
That's a lot.
even when you choose the island you want to go to, whether it's Java or Bali or Lombok, it's still a third world country.
Oh.
Thailand is a third world country with first world amenities. So like their king was very benevolent and he like gave them paved roads and beautiful streets, and so it's like you're in a third world country, but it's dope.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay.
Their
That-
infrastructure is on point. They got 7 airports throughout the whole country.
That's beautiful.
Any plane ticket that you want to go from any part of the country to any part is like $50.
Oh, really? Like
I
to go from
mean-
Bangkok to
Yeah.
Phuket or
So
whatever?
fly to Bangkok always from LA because it's cheap.
Yeah.
Now I think it's like 600 round trip.
That's really not that bad. The flight to fucking Minnesota we paid for was $450
Easily.
per one person.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous.
Right now it might be 700, round
That's
trip.
nothing.
That's honestly
Before the
less than we
pandemic, it
thought.
was 400 round trip.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a website called Skyscanner.
That's what I use.
Yeah,
Skyscanner,
Skyscanner. The
yeah.
prices were pretty damn good, especially if you have like an open like wherever you can go whenever. Prices were pretty goddamn good. Okay, well, more and more people have. Every person we say I want to go to Thailand, I'm like, because I like the tropical beaches and whatever.
They have
It is
those,
tropical, Alex.
Bro, Thailand has everything. If you go to the north, you can go to these beautiful mountains and see the hill tribes people. I got a room for $10 a night that was jutting out the side of a mountain above the clouds.
Wow.
So every morning I would wake up and I
Above
walk
the
out my
clouds.
balcony and everything beneath me was nothing but clouds, and it would stretch out as far as the eyes can see, and then the only things jutting above the clouds were the peaks of the tallest mountains.
That's wild.
Wild, bro. $10 a night.
Yeah,
It had air conditioning and it had Wi-Fi. Come on.
Wow, really?
You know what I'm
Holy
saying?
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been sold. I mean, it sounds amazing.
And then when you're done with the north, you fly down to the south and it's nothing but islands
okay.
and beach parties.
Is that at beach parties? Dylan wants to go for a Songkran, which is their Thai
full-
New Year.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's,
And he mentioned one of the full moon festivals.
I did
as
the
well.
full moon beach party in Indonesia Friday the 13th.
Oh wow.
Just 2014, and that's the trip that made me a stand-up comedian.
Really?
Oh no shit.
That trip, when I tripped out,
So the
hard.
Indonesians are the ones we have to blame.
Yeah, yeah, bro, yeah, buddy.
All right.
wait,
well-
so but you said you tripped out so hard that it inspired you to just
Tell jokes or
I mean, I've said this on many podcasts before, but I took about 10 grams of mushrooms on an empty stomach. I fasted the entire day.
oh my god.
I did the ayahuasca way, where you fast for days.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you take it. It's supposed to hit your system really hard.
it's like
Yeah.
a hero's journey, isn't it? That's something like
This is-
that.
The 5 dried grams is the hero's journey.
Yes, yes.
I took
10.
roughly 10.
Oh boy.
Maybe more. They were all, and the thing is, listen, man, I'm just gonna. There's so many details to this thing, but
Sure.
I think the thing that blew me away the most was when I hit the peak of my trip on this beach party, and there was like fire dancers everywhere. The full moon was out, dude. Like the entire like water was illuminated. Out in the distance, you see all the other islands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're in heaven, right? And if you ever tripped on mushrooms,
No, I've
never taken them.
I've never even drank.
He's stone sober.
I've done.
I just took mushrooms before I did this, and I got them on an energy drink that could kill this guy.
Yeah.
And
I don't even drink
I'm on
energy
weed.
drinks.
So when you do mushrooms, it happens in a wave, but the wave overall for the night goes like this, and then like that, right?
Yeah, it peaks.
But during that, there's small peaks,
Okay.
and so you'll
like a stock.
So basically, you'll start tripping like you're on a roller coaster, and then you'll kind of come back down, right? Then the next one will come back, but it'll be more intense, right? And then you finally reach the very, very peak. Bro, I was tripping so freaking hard, man. I left my body. I was talking to my friend, Sean, and he was like trying to talk to me about French people or some shit. And then everything started like vibrating. The whole world started vibrating and started disintegrating. Like everything started like pixelating and like falling apart.
It's like Japanese porn.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Like when you're looking at a Japanese man's dick and porn, it's kind of like that. Everything was turning into that, right? And then I told him, I was like, just relax. So I laid down. I left my body. I fucking saw this woman's face in the sky. And I flew up there. It was the most amazing thing. Like I was so lucid that I even looked down below me and I could see the aerial of the party and I could see myself on the beach.
Damn. Wow.
It was the most lucid trip I've ever had in my entire life. So I made a conscious decision to get closer to this woman's face in the sky. And it was like, her face was like, the stars played connect the dots.
Okay.
And made this face, right?
So she had freckles.
Yeah, hot. She might be Irish, right?
Got it, yeah.
All right, so I get up there. It was amazing. But when I came back down, man, she downloaded all this information into my fucking head.
Oh.
And I knew exactly what I needed to do.
It's the Matrix.
Like at the time, I was producing a show called Swamp People on History Channel.
Yes.
Dude, I used to
We
watch
love that
Swamp
show.
People.
Yeah.
I did that for 3 seasons, and that's what got me out here to LA. But before that, I was doing comedy.
Yeah.
Before that, I was doing improv.
Yes.
Right? I wasn't
Planet
even
Ant.
doing
I think we
stand-up.
talked about
I was doing
this.
Planet Ant and all that fucking shit, right?
Second City.
Shout out
Second
Detroit.
City, all that shit, right? Out in Detroit. And then I ended up producing reality TV. I loved doing it. Then I had this trip. I met this woman, and that fucking bitch in the sky goes, "You're not a producer, you're a comedian." She's like, "Go back to comedy." She's like, and basically she said to me, she goes, "The only reason you like being a reality show producer is your ego likes the boost that you get when your friends back home introduce you to girls. Like, this is my friend. He's a Hollywood producer."
Yeah.
Ah, right. And then she started playing all these moments where like the guy at the airport's like, "Whoa, you produce Swamp People?" And he just wanted to take a picture with me. So she kept, you know what I'm saying? It was so stupid, right? Shit like that, right? But the crazy thing about this trip was she was basically telling me your ego rules you.
I believe that's wild.
She's like, the only reason you like doing this one thing is you like telling people you're a Hollywood producer. You feel proud telling your family you work in Hollywood. And then she's like, that's not what you are. You need to go back to comedy. And then she gave me my real estate advice. Because at the time I only had 4 properties. So she gave me this whole plan to turn those 4 properties into more.
Yeah. Damn, I need to see this bitch.
Bro, you have no idea, man. I came back from that trip. I sent an email, said this is my last season. Then as soon as it was done, I Airbnb'd my apartment for a year here to keep it.
Yeah.
Moved in with my mom in Detroit. I went from 4 homes to 9 in a year.
Hell yeah.
Wild.
Okay, now for the first time, I didn't have to work for anybody.
Yeah.
They're all rented out. Then I came back to LA and I was just like, what the fuck is go back to comedy, bro? So I went to an open mic. And at my first open mic, I did a joke about getting my phone back from a crack dealer in Detroit. It worked. It was in a little Chinese shop. It worked okay. And while I was telling that story, how crazy is this, bro? Dave Carter, who's a Chicago comic, black guy with big memory. You know Dave Carter,
he's a
right?
good dude.
Good dude. While he was sitting there and I was telling this joke, he gets a phone call from his cousin from Detroit. Turns out his cousin from Detroit lived in the neighborhood that I was talking about in the story.
Wow. Oh, no shit.
And I haven't heard from this guy in 15 fucking years or more. And Dave Carter goes, "Hey, it's funny you call me, man. Some Arab kids on stage talking about Detroit right now." And then the guy, his cousin on the phone's like, "What's his name?" And he looks on the list, goes, "Mike Eshaq." And that motherfucker's like, "I know that motherfucker. Get that motherfucker on the phone." And then after I get off the thing, he goes, "Hey, man, someone wants to talk to you." So I talked to his cousin, Dave. I haven't heard Dave in so long. He's like, "I'm coming to LA soon, blah, blah, blah." And then that established a connection. There was another comic there named Ian Salmon. And then he was like, "Hey, man, you funny, dude." He goes, I got a booked mic, man. You should do my mic."
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of me becoming a stand-up comedian.
Well, I just asked about Thailand, but thanks for that whole fucking story.
No, we were talking about fucking mushrooms, right?
I was fucking
No, that dude, that's I've been seeing in TikTok, and I think Mitchell was talking about it too. How more so his is more so he needs to manifest more. But that I feel like is like it's almost like destiny at that point.
I don't
everything has been lining up for an exact reason, right?
I don't mind manifesting. I don't like when people tell me that I need to manifest. It pisses
You need to
me off.
manifest more.
You do.
I hate that.
I don't know about manifesting either, to be
I
honest.
think it's like if you're doing your thing, you're doing your thing, and what happens will happen.
But the manifesting is
That's like goal setting.
just continue. Like
Yeah.
it's like somebody told him to do comedy,
That
right?
was a drug trip.
Sure, but something manifested it, destiny in some sort. Now he's doing.
I really
what
want
he
to take
needs to do.
shrooms. I just want to take
Okay,
shrooms now.
you want me to really trip you out? This is the thing that really
Take him right.
trips me out.
Oh, I thought you were pulling out shrooms. I was like, fucking take him right now.
They got the
have
chocolate. They got the chocolate.
Oh, Dylan's eyes lit up.
So this is the thing that tripped me out the most, okay? This is the thing.
He's looking at his phone. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but he's searching for
people listening.
whatever he's fucking.
Okay. So I met her in the sky. Woman in the stars, right? 2 years goes by.
But
Now
does she have a name? Chelsea Handler.
I call her the mosquito queen.
Okay.
Mosquito
enough.
Queen.
That's because her face was like it was like kind of like a woman, then it would like morph into an insect. That's besides the point. This is the thing. 2 years after that, I did a Reddit search for ayahuasca,
Yeah.
right? And there was a Ask Me Anything, and it said I had my first ayahuasca trip. Ask me anything, and the fucking question that got voted to the top was, "Did you see her?"
That's
Oh,
wild.
really?
Bro, I'm talking about every hair in my fucking body just like goosebumps, bro. I couldn't believe it. So I did an image search for Mother Ayahuasca. Every fucking picture is this bitch in the stars.
Was that her?
That's kind of what she looked like. This is more what she looked like.
Okay.
Look at all these. Look at all these.
Yeah, these all are
They're all
relatively the same.
similar. Yeah.
If you guys have not looked it up,
It looks like every white girl's tapestry.
What every white girl aspires to be.
Yeah.
Have you seen Mother Ayahuasca, Dylan?
So to me, it's
No,
like,
I am.
you know, what the fuck was that?
if there's a common spiritual experience, then it's like there must be something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
That's crazy.
she's more real to me now. Before I was just like, oh, that was my brain made that.
Well, that and what she told you, it's put you on the right path. What she's telling you reinforced yourself. So it's like she has to be real.
So
to you
after
'cause
seeing
she's
that, after
been
going
correct.
after going on like a mushroom trip like that, do you believe in God?
Here's the thing, man. I was raised to be Muslim,
Yeah.
and then I didn't really like religion. I mean, I was haram. I'm haram. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Andrew Tate, like he made that popular. That just means forbidden,
Yeah.
right? A sin. And I've always been like, I don't know if there's a God, because I look at religion and I'm like, man, it's just like you see all the fakery in religion, but then you kind of like think maybe it's just the people that are making that, and then, you know. So at first I really didn't believe in God for a minute. Then I was kind of like, maybe. After this, now I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this is trippy. That's the thing that trips me out, is that I didn't even know about Mother Ayahuasca, and then met her, changed my life, and then later on I find out everyone else is seeing her.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's also like some things speak to different people in a different way. Like yours was Mother Ayahuasca, but for, you know, Hector down at the Home Depot, it could
It's
be
Jesus.
It could be Jesus.
It's going to be Jesus.
So it's like it's interesting to see how people. So it's like maybe you're not fully religious or believe in God, but it's like you're definitely some kind of spiritual because that led you on the right path.
Who'd have thought Swamp People was responsible for all this?
I know, right?
I mean,
Fucking
for
swamp.
being honest. Shout out to the guy.
Did you really like that show?
I fucking-
oh my God, we loved it.
Me and my buddy Tyler would TiVo it and watch it and talk about it.
I can't remember the
for
guy's name,
entire-
but he had just his dog.
Troy.
Yeah, Troy. He would have the one guy. The
Shoot
dog-
him.
Yeah,
Shoot him.
He'd have the dog in the boat. He would grab the gator with one hand and fucking kill it with the other.
Yeah.
He was
Insane.
he was a fucking
Insane.
beast.
It was a lot of fakery.
I'm sure
of
it was.
course
We
it
did
is.
so much fakery.
course.
Well, we've
Every
been on
TV show.
You know, we've been on TV shows, so we understand the smoke and mirror of it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Like, which ones were the ones that made you realize which one is the one?
This might come as a shock. On Floor is Lava, it's not real lava.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
We didn't when we fell in, we didn't actually.
That's what we saw Mother Ayahuasca when we were disintegrating among the ashes. They all formed together as Mother Ayahuasca.
And she said you're a bunch of fucking losers and you lost again.
And then she said, "Go back to stand up." Is what she
Did they do a lot of producing of that? Did they like
No, it's actually
No,
a pretty
they
good
actually
run.
do a really
It's
good
pretty-
job.
pretty
They
true
do
to
a
it.
really good job with it.
Yeah.
they
I
don't
mean,
they don't like push you in any direction to whatever?
No.
We have our theories that maybe it was like, okay, it's better for tall people. Like, definitely you have a disadvantage of short
sport,
but that's just how it is.
I mean, it's the Wipeout, like shows like Wipeout and that. It's just like they want you to fall in, so they make it pretty hard. But it's like if you get across, it's like okay, cool. They still want people to do it.
It's not like Wipeout where like whatever they have the boxing glove that like comes out and like the guy waiting to just light you up, right? Yeah, there isn't really anything like that, so it's not compromised.
But I mean, did they try to like cause up drama anyway? Did they do any manipulation in the production? Like
not really.
Try to get you to say certain things in the interview, or
no? It's a kid show. We just talked all the shit we wanted to, anyways. Yeah.
Nice.
I had a friend that did Wipeout, and he said that while he was getting interviewed, there was a girl that was running the course and snapped her leg.
Yeah.
And you could hear screams in the background of this, of this girl's leg getting broken. They have ambulance, and they're still like, okay, wow, this looks like fun. They're still trying to hype up the other guy. To keep running. It's like, okay, guys, who's excited? Wow, Cam, tell me what city you're from.
And everyone in the audience is crying. Yeah.
And you just, my leg. It's like, okay, Cam, your turn. Your turn to run the course. Are you ready?
And didn't he tore his ACL?
No, he didn't hurt his knee.
He didn't hurt his knee.
But he ended up doing well. But it was just like it's funny what they do. And it's like, yep, those people get injured and fucked up all the time on those shows.
Were there any other reality shows you guys were on?
Not like pure reality. We did the Gong Show and America's Got Talent, but that's about it.
Lost on both.
Yeah,
to animals.
It's all those are. I mean, you know what it's like. It's all kind of overproduced. They have the people they're going to push and whatever.
I mean, we
else.
were in contention for a dating show, which is now out.
No, it's out. It's out.
In February.
I can't say what the show is, but it comes out February 14th, which
Netflix?
is ironically
it rhymes with schmerfict schmatch,
which was ironically a year exactly of when I got rejected via text message from the show.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty ridiculous thing, but yeah, that's neither here nor
good
there.
times.
You guys are everywhere, man.
We're trying to be, but everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
It's always treading water.
We're like herpes that are dormant right now. We need a flare up.
We'll get a flare up eventually.
I love the fact I haven't seen you guys
Forever.
in a minute, and then it's just like now you guys have more hair.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
think
Like
the last
you
time-
especially, man.
Yeah, dude. They
we were talking about it. Yeah,
They did a number on Sean's hair transplant, man. It helped him out a lot.
Afterward.
I
I think we showed them when we were hanging out.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, I have to hand it to you guys. You guys like got it done, and you guys like, yeah, we just did it.
Yeah, I don't get why people hide shit like that.
Me too. I don't get
They're
that.
insecure.
Like, especially girls will hide their cosmetic surgeries. Like, they're insecure about like their lip fillers and stuff. And it's like, we all know.
We can all see it.
Who cares? Like,
I can see your lips hanging out your face, and I know what's going on.
yeah, this is not like that. That
so
the
gross.
upper lip fold is not like normal. When
No.
your lip is going like this,
Yeah.
It's a hot dog bun.
yeah, when it's giving you that fucking Jurassic Park dinosaur lip.
There's no
like,
evolutionary need to have a fucking lip be that high up, man.
Yeah, the lips is also like not something that I'm like. I mean, obviously, big lips are great, but like, that's not a make or break.
Yeah, that's
You know?
not me either, man. Listen, yeah, man. Bro.
How's it?
The fucking women's makeup shit is fucking tripping me out, bro.
I'm not a fan of the makeup.
No, I mean the makeup, the cosmetic surgery, the fake asses,
The filters.
the filters are out of control, man.
Yeah, the filters.
Have you guys been doing any online dating?
Yeah, currently.
Yeah, we're
Working
serial
on it.
daters.
I've been off it for a little bit.
I actually will not match with a woman that has a filter on her pictures.
Oh,
I don't because I don't trust
I'm
it.
the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Or their picture is every picture is trying to hide their fupa.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
we
ever see
call that.
where they cross their leg and then they cross their leg. Then there's another picture of a body, but then their friend's arm is across. It's like, come on, man.
Or every photo is tits up.
That too.
We call
or like
that-
from a ladder.
Yeah, we call that the iceberg method when they only show just face and cleavage because they're hiding a whole lot of mass underneath. man.
To me, that I don't know, man. I think I find it. It's listen. I think it's more attractive when someone just flaunts it.
100%.
Yeah, just own it.
100%.
Yeah, I'll
just
take that.
own it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean that may not be the body type or whatever that I'm after, but man, like when somebody just owns up to their shit, that's everything, right?
Well, it's also like you're rooted more in reality, right? Where it's like, yeah, this is me. Like it's like, okay, yeah, if you're 30 and you have some stretch marks or whatever, it's like, yeah, because I'm fucking 30.
Well, at some
Deal
point,
with
it shows you're not insecure, you're comfortable. I don't want to say fearless.
I wouldn't say
like,
not insecure. Everyone's got some insecurities.
No,
man,
yeah,
you know?
but like you're
dealing with it.
You're comfortable in your skin.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're dealing with somebody that's uncomfortable with their skin, it's
dude.
like there's always some sort of eggshells you're going to be walking on.
I mean, I've dated some girls that were just absolutely drop dead gorgeous, man, but they were like, everything about them was not gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then after a while, it's like I can't be around energy like that for too much.
Well, I think a lot of that was always the thing. Like once I got to be an adult, I was like, oh, you should have talked to all the hot girls in school because everybody's afraid to talk to them, or because like guys don't want to talk to them and they knew that they only wanted to fuck them. So like a lot of hot girls are insecure because they only think that people want them for their bodies. And then if you were to just be like friendly to them, you could like fuck the hot girl at school.
Oh yeah.
Or be friends.
But most guys are like, oh, she's so fucking hot. I just want to fuck her. And they just like don't even treat her like a human.
You know, sometimes I still fall into that though.
Oh yeah. It's hard.
There's not some days I'm stronger. Yeah. You know how like you have a good set?
Yes.
You have a killer set, and then some days, like then you go the next day and you're like, what the fuck happened today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know? So same thing like with dating. Man. Sometimes I'll see a girl that's just so hot and then I'll able to just talk to her like she's not that hot, just like if she's a normal person.
Yeah.
And some other times I'd just be like, okay.
Yeah. Once I will say, once you get a couple hot women, that does help. Where it's like it normalizes it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you take shits just like the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know
oh my
what I
God, hot girls are the dirtiest.
Yes. Dude,
they are the dirtiest, the sloppiest.
Yeah.
They don't got no fucking. Their homes are always fucked up. Their dogs are pissing everywhere.
They don't change their trash cans, I feel like.
They don't change. Yeah.
In their bathroom, it's just like literally like a mountain of like Q-tips and makeup pads.
But she's so freaking hot. She's like, that's just fine.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever.
To me, man. I'd rather date a girl with a broken nose that knows how to empty out her trash can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get that little tea kettle whistle going.
That's what I was, and then when she comes, like, she can't fake that.
Yeah. No. We used to work at a ranch and we do wine tasting up there. So like whatever, we get a ton of people, a lot of celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
And this one day we got these fucking hot models. They're all like verified, whatever, fucking gorgeous. And I'm like, oh, okay, this will be interesting. And they were like literally talking about how they had to take a shit on a plane one time. I'm like, you like some of the most beautiful women in the world are just like, yeah, I just almost shit my pants, and then I had to go on the plane. It was hilarious. I pooped there.
That's what you're talking about earlier. You said,
well, that's what I'm saying.
They put it out there.
Well, I'm saying that's how it should be. They are normalized. But I feel like so many guys put them on a pedestal that they can't be that way. You know, they can't be themselves.
They're fishing.
What?
They're fishing. They're looking for Mr. Right or a rich guy.
What are they looking for? A guy that's okay with her taking a shit everywhere?
No, that's not what they're not looking for. They want like the rich dude or the athlete.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, I've always said that we grew up with all brothers. So it's always like guys put their grossness on the front end and then women's grossness is on the back. You have to discover that as you date them, and then they kind of like release their grossness to you. But it's interesting that they hide it for such a long time. So when you're like, you know, when you're first getting introduced to women, like it's like, oh, I have a period, and then like, oh, I got a shit, like stuff that you just like don't think about,
right?
They've been idolized for so long,
right?
That it's like, oh no, you're just a fucking dirty hamster like the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know,
it's so funny how you put like hot people up on a pedestal, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
You a simp?
What?
You a simp? You don't know what a simp is?
You about to get an elbow to the face asking me that fucking question, motherfucker. What the fuck are you talking about?
A simp is a more modern term.
No, he knows what it is.
I know what a simp is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're not one.
According to Jordan Peterson, I don't know if you listened to him.
At one point I was. Yeah. I think at one point many of us were.
Well,
many men, I think, at one point, whether you are a simp now, but there's going to be a point, especially when you're young. When you're young, man, that's some simp shit. When you see a girl and you just fucking lose it for her and fucking lose all discipline and change who you are.
Well, what he was saying is that when you see things that are like true beauty, right, like an amazing piece of art, or like a woman it's like he was saying that like when you see that, it makes you realize that you're not your full potential. And that's why you
That
start
is not what I said. I said that if you were going to look at something that like a woman with gigantic tits, that you must appreciate them and then put them in your spank bank and jerk off to them later. That's what I said, goddammit.
That's what a real man does.
Is that Jordan? Oh, sorry, Jordan.
These Marxist extremists taking my words out of proportion.
You can't even be a man who wants to jerk off anymore.
Oh man. No, I think every guy is a simp until that one girl breaks their heart.
No, man, I think many guys still stay simp. There's some guys are just...
Yeah, these two across the way. These guys are fucking simps and a half.
Okay, so what's your definition of a simp, guys?
Fucking pussy, a little bitch.
I actually think probably Alex is the most of a simp.
No, but what would if you were to like take inventory? What constitutes a simp?
I got a simp. I think a simp is someone that changes who they are drastically for someone else. So, like, you know those guys in high school who would get a girlfriend, they would stop hanging out with their friends, they would stop talking to them. Like, when they did hang out, they would just change who they are. That's what I think a simp is.
And I think a simp is also, that has nothing to do with gender, right? I mean, there's females that are simps.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Sure, we know a couple.
Huh?
I said we know a couple.
Well, only a couple, bro.
No.
Yeah, I think like to me, a simp is, you know, like when I think of myself in my 20s, I didn't have shit going on in my life. That when I met a girl, she was the only thing in my life.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not even complex.
They become your
You
world.
don't have other things going on in your life, right? Like, I don't think many women are attracted to a man who doesn't have shit going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, like if a guy's like really tall and hot and he hasn't got shit going on, sure, he may be able to get the pussy, but will he get the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's why I think girls date older. Girls will date older guys because they have their shit together and they have shit going on.
Yeah.
They're not like just Timmy that's just like, yeah, I just fucking played Call of Duty for like 7 hours. Like, fuck it, whatever. You want to
Sounds like Jeff.
That does sound like Jeff.
I was talking about this with Trey Stewart on my podcast, Public Yemeni #1.
Yes.
Find it at MikeFromDetroit.com. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. You said something.
Shrooms kicking in.
Yeah,
I said the girls date older because they have more shit going on. Like, not just some dude.
This is the thing. We were talking about the 3-day rule. We were breaking down the 3-day rule. Like, when you get a girl's number, you don't call her for 3 days, right? That's simp shit.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh, yeah, that's
See,
very
because,
outdated.
because in the end, what that is saying is that you have to fake that you got so much going on that you're too busy to call her.
Absolutely.
Right? And like, I think in that, if you break it down, that anticipation of getting something that's hard to get, right? Like, if you meet a girl that's hot and she's highly in demand, she's not going to be responding as much, right?
Yeah.
Or as quickly, right? And that's probably real because she's got real shit happening in her life.
Yeah.
But then this whole idea of like, don't hit them up until 3 days, that's just a fake simp shit way of instilling the exact same feeling that you would give someone if you're already in high demand. Does that make sense?
It's false anticipation.
It's false. It's a hack. So like, to me, it's like, instead of faking being busy, just be busy.
Yeah.
Do
Mitchie,
something with your life.
all those old fucking dating rules, Mitchie falls for those every fucking time.
No, not true.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to her. Should I come up with something? Maybe I'll look up a pickup line
Well,
online.
I will say this.
I'm not a good texter. I will say that.
Online dating
Yeah.
fucking forces you to be simpy.
Yeah.
Of course.
True.
It does, because like, you got a lot of girls now that are going to have guys that are going to hit them up with these really quick, cool things, or like a strategic way to whatever, and then now you got to play this fucking dumb game just to dangle a carrot in front of them for them to come out and see you.
Mike, you made a very good point. The online dating forces you to be simpy, and I'm not a simp. So what Alex is saying is that
was a simp thing right there.
I've been forced into being what I'm not, which is a simp. That's what Alex is saying.
Hold on, you're a comic or a writer that claims he doesn't know how to text.
I'm very objective with my texting. I'm like, I would rather, I don't want to fucking small talk with you on text. I want to just get right to.
Do you hear that?
talking
So
on
what
the
do you
phone?
do? What's your first thing?
We'll just go meet up.
That's the first thing you say to them?
Not the first thing I do. I'll do some fucking shitty small talk.
Yeah, but sometimes the small talk don't even get you a response.
That's
you
true.
see what I'm saying?
But that's going to happen
Might as
even
well
if you
get right
even
to
if
it.
you had
So
even if you had an amazing line, you might not get a response.
This is where online dating. So to me, online dating is I treat it like a supplement.
Yeah.
Right? It's a vitamin. It's like an added thing.
Sure.
But what I'm really after is the steak, right? So to me, I don't put too much like emphasis on online dating. Sometimes I will nab a girl and I'm like, oh, okay, but the majority of me meeting women is in public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitchie's scared to talk to girls in public.
Alex, you are the only one here that never talks to women in public.
That's not true. I talk to everybody in public.
No, you don't.
That's how I talk to them.
No, but you do not pick up women in public.
I've done it before.
I've done it numerous times.
I've done it
You have
numerous
not.
times as well.
No, you have not.
Do you remember
That's
the
what I
cruise
live
ship?
with.
Which one is it?
That
bro?
was 10 years ago.
He does.
It wasn't.
That was
10 years.
literally 10 years ago. You're
I don't
referencing
pick up
10
at girls.
years ago.
I don't pick up girls at bars. I will agree with that because I don't.
He
drink.
doesn't drink. That's
What?
fair.
He doesn't pick up girls.
So
in
I think
he
it's
doesn't pick up
weird
girls in
if-
person.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to drink to pick them up at a bar.
There's
I know-
Target.
I
You can go to
just think
You're
it's-
gonna be at a bar because you're always doing comedy.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bar there.
I just don't like to. I don't like it because I feel like it's either if they're drinking, I feel it's weird that if I talk to them while they're drinking, or I just prefer not.
Yeah, if they're blacked out, maybe.
Either way, I just prefer not to do it.
I know where you're at, man. Like, see, to me, it's like I don't approach every girl that I see.
Yeah.
Right? Because to me, I think, well,
Thank God.
I'll take that. I'll take that another way. So, for example, it's like, I usually like to try to wait for like something that shows me that she's interested.
Like smiling at you on a
Like
subway.
she'll smile at me, right? If she smiles at me, I'll probably strike up a conversation.
Yeah.
That's like a good way, like to try to do it right away, right? Especially if she looks at you if you're at a bar and then she turns away and then you keep your eye on her. If she turns around and looks at you again,
Yeah.
you have to talk to her.
Yeah.
You just should, especially if you think she's attractive. That's like definitely a way to do it. But I mean, to me, a lot of it is just sometimes I'll meet girls in public just having a conversation in earshot,
Yeah.
right? Whereas like we'll be having a discussion, I'll say something, and then some other girl's like, yeah, I kind of agree with that. And then we like get into a discussion, and then next thing you know, now I'm able to actually like
And
feel
that
it out.
and that
you
in
know?
that relationship or whatever, the conversation it's actually of substance. It's not just small talk. You're
Alex,
already engaged in.
I find that like if I hit on a girl and the transition of us talking was a natural thing. Sometimes I try to strike a natural conversation where I'll like try to like observe something in the area.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'll either like say something about that thing, whatever it is, and see if I can just strike up a conversation with her.
Hey, you see that dog taking a shit over there?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm Mike.
Who cares? Doesn't matter how you get in. Sorry.
I hit on a girl at a taco stand one time, at the Comedy Store, bro. The Comedy Store patio,
Chuckle
Yeah.
fuckers.
bro. They don't even have to see me perform.
Yeah.
The Comedy Store patio, man, is a real good place to mingle and talk to girls.
We gotta get out more.
I had a girl come up to me one time. We were just
Oh, yeah, the
we were
Aussies.
just,
Yeah, you did.
just shooting the shit, and these two Aussie girls said like, "Oh, hey, you're really cute," and then just like walked away, and I was like,
And what did you do?
I didn't.
Did
I,
they see you perform?
no.
I know.
And what did you do?
They were leaving from a show. I did go after them afterwards, but they were
No, you told me to
Once
hit
they
them up
got
right
the-
away.
Sean
Yeah.
waited till they got in the Uber. Then he's like,
They
"Wait."
were walking. They were walking. No, I caught them on their way out.
Can I tell you
caught 'em
something?
on their way out.
I've been there before too,
Yeah.
bro. That's simp shit.
You're a simp.
That's
What?
simp shit. No, but I mean that's simp shit right there.
You gotta
How
do
is
it
it simp
immediately.
shit? You little Zelensky looking
Did
bitch.
you when you looked at that girl? Would you?
Oh, I
would you have?
was seeing somebody at the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that helped.
Well, wait, then why did you chase them?
Oh, I just said, "What are you guys doing tonight?"
Hey, do. We got you, motherfucker.
I just said, "What are you doing
We
tonight?"
got you.
He was chasing them so he could wingman for us.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I got you there, bud.
Simp, you just simped for him. you fucking
I was trying to help him out.
You know what though? I will say this. I think it's and Patrice O'Neill had a bit about this.
It's
and
fantastic.
And I think this is very important. Even though you had a girl, you still should have hit on that girl. Now hear me out.
Keep the
No,
skills
I
sharp.
Hear me
totally
out.
understand.
What? Keep the what?
Keep the skills sharp, baby.
Yeah. So like you know what I mean? It's
Haram. No.
Yeah. What was his analogy? His analogy was like men are
Sports
like
fishing.
fishermen, sports fishermen.
Yep.
We catch the fish, we take a picture to show that we can catch a fish, and then we release it back into the wild, right? And then he goes, but some of you ladies jump back on the boat and are like, do you fish here all the time? You know? And then he goes, all right, so then I'll take that fish home and I'll date it. And then a day will come where she's gonna be like, so why do you still have a boat? And then his
Sean was
analogy
getting ready to sell his boat.
His analogy was, he's like, cause I still got a fish, so that you can smell fish on me, so that you can act right.
Yep.
And that's the truth, bro.
Oh, it's 100% right.
100% the truth.
Sean put the first sale tag on his boat right there. He was ready to just let it go.
That's a lesson I had to learn a while ago, man. Like, you don't, like if girls flirt with you, just flirt with them.
Yeah.
Even in front of your girlfriend. It might even strike a fight or whatever and be like, you got to like a shirt. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with them. We're just
Now,
talking.
Mike, have you know? So I've had a couple girls that I've talked to, just like it was just casually, and they're like, oh, let me see your ex. And then as soon as I show them their ex, and they're like, oh, she's attractive, they become more interested immediately. Have you had that?
It's called the bachelor syndrome.
I had a ex-girlfriend who was very young, but she's very freaky, man. She was beautiful, bro. She was half
Sister
Lebanese,
ayahuasca.
half Liberian. Just her waist was
Half
this
librarian?
Liberian.
Oh.
Liberian and Lebanese. Librarian.
100% third world.
She was built like a Betty. Like, it was like it didn't make sense. Her waist was this small. She had fat girl titties. She was like
God bless.
beautiful, and her face. Everything was great. But I remember when we started dating, she within like a month or so, 'cause she was freaky. Once she started opening up, she's like, "Have you had sex on video with any girls?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, I've done that before." And she was like, "Show me."
Oh.
So then I would like show her, and that made her even more attracted to me.
Really?
So you think because she wants to out fuck that girl.
She was just, I don't know. It was weird. She was like into it, but we didn't last long enough for me to like try to like get another girl in the mix.
Yeah.
I have been lucky in other relationships, but that one there was just short-lived. So
Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of freaky.
Burned out hot and quick.
she was like really into it, and then she'd be like, "Show me again." And then all of a sudden she's like, "Can we film?" And then she'd like get really into it. So
God bless.
I know, man.
God bless.
You get those moments where you just gotta like just enjoy the moment, bro. Just enjoy the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not one I don't. That's one you hang out with for a little bit.
What's a good pickup line?
Release it back into the wild.
Yeah.
Set that up one more time.
What's a good pickup line? What's your favorite pickup line?
Interesting. Like in person or on the apps?
Well, we know you don't do in person.
No, in person.
In person, I always go dumb.
You go dumb?
I go dumb. One
Okay.
time my pickup line for a girl was she was sitting next to me and she had like some weird crust and salmon thing. And I'm like, oh, is that a chicken tender salad? She's like, no, it's salmon. Oh my gosh. And then from there, it was just good. Locked in.
Yeah, you were talking to a dumb girl. That's the
Exactly.
thing, man. It's just like this one girl that hit on me, and I was drinking like alcohol on the beach, but in a Subway cup, and she was like, and this is how she hit on me. She's like, "You're drinking Subway?" I'm like, "I'm gonna fuck this bitch."
The best line I ever heard
You're
was
drinking Subway. That's the
best pickup line I ever heard was we were at Top Golf with Trevor Wallace in Phoenix, Arizona. And we were playing Top Golf with Trevor, and
This is before he like blew up.
no, he was still
already pretty-
He was like, his first
Post
year of,
White
like-
Claw video.
Yeah.
Thank you. Unnecessary details for the story, but thank you. So we're at Top Golf in Phoenix with Trevor Wallace, and this girl comes up. Everybody knew who he was there. This fucking 10 just comes up and she goes, "Hey, Trevor, I just came up to flirt with you." That was it. He didn't. He had a girlfriend. He was very good about it. He's like, "Oh, I've got a girlfriend. Very nice to meet you." But it was such an
best
easy
pickup
line.
line.
I
Yep.
just came over to flirt with you. Done.
that was what the girl said.
That's
The
what
girl
the girl
said
said.
that. It was
Well,
smooth.
Easy fucking line.
I hooked up with a girl, and not too long ago.
Humble brag.
Well, no, bro, I'm in a drought. I was cleaning up in the summertime. Now I'm like this, like. But anyways, hanging out, and she like plopped right next to me. I was sitting up against the wall, and she goes, "I think you're so attractive." That's all she said.
Yep.
Great.
And you know what I said? I think we should do something about that.
That's a
great line.
Hey, it's a great retort. You know what's funny is sometimes girls don't have to say much, like you said, the Subway cup, but that retort
It's almost like a dismount. Like you could fuck that up so easily.
I know.
Where it could be like she made the great effort, and then you say like something like, thanks. Have you played Wordle?
Yeah, right. Oh my God, that's it, dude. She just like dries up like the Sahara Desert, bro. Yeah, man. That was an easy. That was an easy one. She literally, she was just like, I think you're so attractive, and I was like, I think we should do something about that, and it was instant.
That's a perfect response.
And
James Bond-esque. Yeah.
Well, because I'm always in that mindset
of James Bond.
No, I'm always in that mindset of like, I'm gonna
fuck
out. You're on your game. You gotta be. I'm
gonna make this happen. You know what I mean?
I need to get back on my game. I feel like I've let my game down.
You're a loser.
You know my favorite pickup line? My favorite pickup line.
Let's hear it.
Been working.
Hold on. I want to hear your favorite, and I want to hear your cringiest pickup line.
I don't know.
That's actually worked.
Do your favorite.
I can't even think of, like, I would have to think. So my favorite one, and this is like already like people are taking it now. Even Fonto's like, I wrote that. I'm like, no, what are you talking about, bro?
Doggy.
With his fucking hand. He goes, no, I go, so I'll like see a girl. This definitely works in a car.
Yeah.
If you're like in a car and you see a girl like walking down the street.
Well, you've got a nice car.
And it's kind of, doesn't matter. Girls don't give a shit about cars. Like,
well, I've got a Honda Civic, so.
No, they don't care. So if anything, the car makes it worse for me. You know what I mean?
Let's hear
so anyways, and I'll pull up right next to her and I'm like, excuse me, can I get directions? And then she'll be like, sure. How do I get to your number?
Oh, that's good. That is
easy.
Good.
And that right away, she'll start laughing.
That's almost like a joke.
It is
itself. It's a good misdirection.
It is, yeah, and it's a misdirection. And then she'll laugh, and then I will just, when that happens, I don't go for the number. Mm-hmm. I just talk to her.
Yeah,
that's it.
You don't want to seem overeager
because all of a sudden now she knows I'm attracted to her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And now it's just to see, can I get this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
working.
That's going to be the next 12 episodes of Josh Nasher's show.
What is
that?
That motherfucker blew up, bro.
Oh yeah. Josh did it. So back to the other one. So that is a smooth. That's a great line. I think the cringiest line that I had that actually worked was on the cruise ship. Where there's this girl there and Asian girl, whatever, and
Indonesian,
maybe Thai.
No, she was. She was Indonesian.
Indonesian. Oh, nice.
From Indonesia, I believe.
Yeah. She was out at school here, and you know, we were talking for a little bit, and I was like, oh, do you want to go look at do you want to go on the water, or go out to the side of the cruise ship or whatever? She's like, yeah, sure. So we start talking on the side of the cruise ship. She's like, yeah, I don't know, I graduated college, I don't know what I gotta do, like I don't know what's next with my life, blah blah blah. I'm just like, listen, you just need to take things moment by moment, experience by experience, like this. And then I went, if anybody heard that line, it's the cringiest fucking line.
But did it work?
It worked. Of course it worked. Of course it worked.
That's because she's Southeast Asian and you were white. This is exactly what I was saying.
That's true.
You could have hit her in the face and then kissed her afterwards. She'd be like, white guy, you know?
Good to know for our trip to Thailand.
Yeah.
Can I do a bathroom break real quick?
No, I think we're just about done anyways. Dill, how much longer we got on
10 more minutes.
Oh,
is that? Can you hold it?
Yeah,
no, I can hold
it. Can you hold it? Yeah, we can cut a little early too.
Somebody had to take a shit during it one time, like abrupt shit.
Oh yeah, he did. So
Mike Kim.
Mike at the fucking put him on blast. Do you fucking incels over here have any lines?
We could pause it.
Yeah, we could pause. Yeah, you want to pause?
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
pause
yeah. Man, I had a lot of water before.
No worries.
Maybe be comfortable.
And then that caffeine is helping.
Eshaq took a piss.
Ah, great.
That's Mike from Detroit taking a hot piss.
I know
it smells like Sour Patch Kids.
we were kind of talking about it. The cringiest pickup lines.
Yes,
was back when Pokemon Go came out. We were at one of the parks and I asked the girl, "Hey, do you want to go catch Pokemon?" And she said, "Yeah." And we went on a date. We caught Pokemon together. And she had great tits. God
did you enjoy playing Pokemon?
I did.
Oh, that's good.
That's
great. Okay.
It was great. We have an
I'm embarrassed on 2 levels now.
No. It was awesome. My older brother, so the 3 of them, when Pokemon Go came out, him, my oldest brother, and then Alex and Sean went to the park at 2 a.m. and were catching Pokemon.
No, we were catching Pokemon, but we were also taking over the gym at the park.
And you
at 2 a.m.
Pokeballs, Mitch.
We had to because you restock on Pokeballs, And then you also get to take over the gym. And if you hold the gym for a long time, it levels up your Pokemon.
You're really fucking
So
disappointed.
it's these like
Mitchell's
it's these like late 20-year-old men and then like 8-year-olds in the park.
Well, it could have been this. I could be like,
are accompanying
hey,
them.
I don't know what Pokemon you like, but you should Pokemon go on a date with me.
Hey!
That was
Courtesy of Hillary Clinton.
No, well, we thought we would be the only
and then
ones
I'll
there.
poke.
Yeah,
We thought we'd be the only ones at 2 a.m. there. It was packed. 50 plus people at the park,
Wild.
also doing the same thing we were doing.
And what age ranges?
Well, we were probably the oldest at.
This is probably 5 years ago.
We were probably the oldest at
6 years
20. My brother's 27 at the time, and they were probably 13 was the other.
But they're out past curfew. That's their fault.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
It's the adult time.
That
out
thing
there.
didn't live. That thing didn't last long.
Oh no,
it's still going.
It's absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
people
it's
still
still
play it.
going.
Hardcore.
Oh yeah, people are still about.
They
still
have
playing.
they have it now. I think by type, where like if you go out in the mountains or whatever, like there's mountain Pokemon now.
What the fuck? I've never got into it.
I saw a photo.
pretty crazy.
I saw a photo the other day of there's an old man that has 72 cell phones stacked up on his bicycle. It's like a big, and they all have Pokemon Go on it. And he plays on all of them.
That's actually hilarious.
It's impressive.
72 phones
Phones.
stacked.
Like he has like a custom mount, and they're all stacked across, so you can swipe. And
So I can find the story.
That's fucking ridiculous.
This grandpa's Pokemon Go phone evolves to hold 64 smartphones.
That's amazing.
That's a Pokemon master.
Did he? Is he making money off of it? Do you make
No,
money off of
you
it?
can't make money off.
So it's just for fun.
Clout.
Yes.
Clout with the
He's
youngsters.
a white guy for sure.
No, I think he. Hold on, Asian. I don't know what type. I apologize.
You got to admit they're very committed to what Asians have a very.
Taiwan.
Have you guys ever been to Japan?
We haven't been anywhere in Asia.
We've been to South Africa when we were kids.
Otherwise,
Went to
just
West now.
Mexico, and
Guys,
that's
go
it.
to
That is.
what?
It's actually pretty sick.
You can actually.
This is not real, bro.
We can show it on the.
How do you ride a bike like that?
I don't know.
Awesome.
There's no way he's able to like hit those.
You
top
like
ones.
that?
I mean, it's cool.
That's
I
impressive.
respect the dedication.
Well, let me ask you something. I think that's fake. How do you ride a bike like that, bro?
You can see through. There's still little gaps.
He's not right. I mean, he's
probably riding in
he's
parks.
just slowly going along. He's not with that much purpose, but
So is he riding it and swiping?
I don't know.
I
never
must
saw
have like
way.
There's like on computers you can like box screens where like you can have the controls on the same screen. So he's probably doing something like that. I don't know.
You got to respect the
Motherfucker needs to do-
dedication.
He should just be doing fucking. He should be trading stocks on that fucking shit.
He
That motherfucker
should
would make so much.
He
fucking
probably
money.
would make a lot more
Be
money.
a smarter move.
But you know,
Do you have a doppelganger?
Why do you ask?
Just curious.
I met one at my show, man.
Like, is there somebody you get compared to all the time?
Oh,
You have a unique look.
I can think of a few.
Franco Harris,
Oh
Oh, yeah,
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Rip, man.
I get that, especially when I was in Philly just this last time. This lady walked up and she was like, "Yeah, I remember telling me you look like Franco Harris." I'm like, "Yeah, all
the time.
That's not bad. That's not a bad one.
No, I guess not. I mean, you know.
Well, Sean's is Zelensky.
Sean looks like.
Oh my God! Now that you have hair, yeah,
He looks like Zelensky right now.
We need more money.
you should do a Zelensky like a parody. Or some shit.
We just
We were just talking about it today, and I wore the green shirt, and I'm like, I kind of look like it's Zelensky.
You kind of do, man.
Well, there you go. That's my new.
We're gonna do-
Alex be young Jordan Peterson.
in order.
I'll be Zelensky.
I mean, by gosh, they're just using Ukraine for biolabs. They're spreading vaccines all over the place.
What do you guys think about Jordan Peterson?
All
I
about
love
it.
him.
You love him?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I
He's
like
a
him too.
very articulate man.
He's very articulate, but it's just really funny to see how like the people that don't like him,
They freak
how-
out.
Well, they freak out, and to me, I'm just like, the freak out is like, can you give me something concrete to freak out about? Sure, he says dumb shit every once in a while, but who
Everybody
doesn't?
does. It's all hearsay. All the stuff they get outraged about is like hearsay. It's like secondhand information they're getting from
What
somebody.
do you think about
else.
Andrew Tate?
Haram.
Haram.
I think people take it too seriously. I think part of it is more of a character, and that's the shit that people go
He's like
wild
Patrice.
for. But it's also at the same time, it's like, just let him do his thing. Like
Yeah.
anybody that's creating stuff, let them do their thing until it's like whatever. I know there's been he's gotten arrested or whatever, but if he's not actually hurting anybody, actually whatever, like if people want to look at his shit, let them look at their shit.
My whole thing is like, it's almost like the message. The message is fine. It's the avenue in which they're doing it that people gets pissed off about.
I
right?
think it's the I think there's I think a lot of people have a hard time collecting data from
Yes,
someone
100%.
that they feel is too aggressive
Yeah, of
or
course.
whatever, right? There's people that tune out when they see someone that's like that aggressive or talks in that way
Or direct.
or direct. They instantly don't listen to anything they say. They just, I don't like this person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
I think it's the same thing with Jordan as well, where people, it's so like it's literally to a psychological, analytical level. Like it's so direct, and you're just like, oh, someone's using big words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Sean, let me be direct with you. I think that you need to wear a sports bra one of these days. Your bitch tits are poking through.
thank you.
Yeah, either wear a sports bra or do some cardio.
That's true. He tried to play basketball. He said he lost 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Sean was plumped for
He was
beginning of the year.
plumped.
He was
I
a
was.
little
holiday
plump.
weight. Are you a Tate fan?
I mean, I'm not really a fan of anything, but I mean, there's things that he says where I'm just like, yeah, man, there's something he makes some decent points. I think we're getting to a point now where it's like modern women in the West literally want to become men.
Yeah,
They do 100%.
They want to become
That's
men,
hot.
and it's like, I think it's too far. I think like if you look at like Middle Eastern women, there are Middle Eastern women that literally, are like, I have aunts that have so much money. They're like hardcore business women, right? But they have really good marriages with their husbands because they instinctively default to just not overpowering him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They like being this alpha in the business world, but then when they come back in the home life, they know what a man needs.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
don't need a woman bossing him around and shit. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's not to say that they don't have any problems, but I see that in my own family where they've evolved to this ability of being conservative and yet at the same time being business women, but then going back home and then they default to the structure that Islam teaches them about how you're supposed to be with your husband and how your husband is supposed to be with you.
Yeah.
And I think American women are great, especially now at being able to get that success.
Yeah.
Well,
but-
at what cost?
But for some reason in this culture, the women are becoming more masculine in the domestic realm too. So it's like, and I think that's, some guys like me, I butt head with women like that. I've dated women that are like lawyers. This one, my ex-girlfriend was a lawyer. She's like really high power businesswoman. And then when she was with me, it was just, she was a white girl. That's not Arabic, but she just instinctively, that's just who she was. She wanted to come home to a guy who was more alpha than she was. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So that she would submit to me. And it wasn't I had to tell her. It just worked.
yeah.
But I think a lot of American women have lost that part.
I don't,
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
and
know if it's Patrice O'Neill or if it's Myron Gaines or whatever, one of the guys from Fresh and Fit, but they said that men are taught how to treat women growing up, but women are not taught how to treat men.
Not in this culture.
No.
I mean, which is,
And that's
honestly,
not-
we're like
it's-
we're like
it's
the
being
easiest.
very-
It's like feed us, fuck us, and leave us alone. That's that's
Yeah.
literally what it is.
And if you guys want, use our promo code Eshaq for Hustlers University. You'll get 50% off on everything. The one thing I was
Well, no, I was gonna say, I think a lot of women kind of view stuff as very tit for tat. Well, if he can do it, then I have to do it. Like, cause I was talking to somebody the other day.
There's a
about,
battle that's happening.
yes.
yeah, and I'm
between
like,
the genders here.
I'm like, because there was someone like, well, I want to have sex with men. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, why? Why are you doing that? And she's like, well, because men get to do it. I'm like, that's like not that shouldn't be the motivator to like fuck a
Emulate
bunch of
that.
people.
Yeah.
It should be like because you want to, because you, sure, sexual liberation, whatever. But it's like, okay, at the end of the day, is that what you want to be with? Because like, if you keep doing that, there's gonna be consequences to you fucking around a lot.
Are you slut shaming me?
I'm not slut shaming you, but I'm just
sounds
saying,
like you're slut shaming.
I
Yeah,
love sluts.
exactly.
Sluts are great. I think they're awesome. I think there's a balance, right? Because to me, it's like if I'm hooking up with a girl and I know that she's kind of slutty and whatever, and she's like very open and promiscuous, I'm cool with that, right?
Yeah.
But I'm probably not going to wife her.
exactly. Well, they're anticipating that like by 2030 that there's going to be almost, I think they said almost 50% of women won't get married. Like they're
By
like
30? 2030.
by 2030.
Oh, 2030.
They're guessing that 50% of women will never get married, and they, like so much so that they're like like these giant hedge funds are investing in like extra cat food, white wine. Like they're
This is hilarious.
It's literally like it's
Extra
literally
cat food.
I swear to God, it's like They're like preparing for that. They're like
The
investing.
crazy
in futures.
cat lady market's gonna go. There's gonna be a boom in the crazy cat lady
correct.
It
market.
sounds like their problem. Sorry, one more. I wanted to say one thing. What's one thing you knew? What is one thing you wish you knew before you joined the military?
What the fuck kind of question is that? What is the one thing I wish I knew before joining the military?
Before you joined the military.
I gotta take myself back to the time that I joined. I mean, I don't know, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, really? The whole time?
Yeah.
Sick.
I mean, I saw no war.
That's nice.
You what?
I saw
Saw
no
no
war.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
I didn't get to kill anyone.
that's good.
It's great.
Yeah.
I have one more clip I want to set up.
Because I joined to get away from my dad. So, but if there's one thing that I probably, but I think I even knew it then. Like I would say that that the military doesn't protect Americans. It protects the interests of rich people.
Oh,
But I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
that going in.
yeah,
Even at that young age, I already knew what I was saying. I was just trying to get away from my dad. That was it.
yeah.
These
enough.
globalist elites are the ones that are getting all the paychecks.
I want to set up one more clip and then we'll bounce. What should white people know? What's one good thing white people should know about the Middle East?
That there is no Middle East.
What do you mean?
There's no such thing as a Middle East. It's a made-up term.
Then what is it?
It's not a continent. We don't have a continent called Middle East. If we had a continent called Middle East, that means we should have another continent called all the way the fuck east.
True.
Right? It's Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Asia. So that's one thing to know about the Middle East is that it's not a continent. It's not a real term. It's a Middle East of what? Middle East of Europe. That's what it is. So the Europeans coined that because somebody drew the continent of Asia and it's too big. If you look at the continent of Asia, it's too big. It takes up almost like the majority of the fucking planet. So then somebody had to come up with a term called the Middle East. If there's one thing to know about the Middle East, man, what can I teach you guys?
Do they have like good food?
Well, everyone, the food is great about the Middle East. If there's one thing to know about the Middle East, it's this term here. Ahlan wa sahlan.
And what does that mean?
Ahlan wa sahlan. So it's ahlan wa sahlan.
Okay.
But then you put the at the end of it. Ahlan wa sahlan.
Okay.
It's an old school way of saying welcome.
Okay.
It says welcome, and but it's kind of like the F word. You could use it for everything. So,
Oh, really?
but it's a positive F word, right? Because it means welcome, right? But you use it for everything. So even if you can't speak Arabic,
Yeah.
at the end of every sentence that any Arab person says to you, if you go ahlan wa sahlan, it works.
Okay. Interesting.
So if somebody's goes like, somebody comes when I visit my mom, I'm home. Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome, right? If I see a girl with fat ass titties, ahlan wa sahlan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if we're gonna do something terrible, hey bro, I think we should rob that bank tomorrow. Ahlan wa sahlan. You can see that it's all depends on the inflection that you use. So
I love that. I love that.
everywhere you go throughout the Middle East, just say ahlan wa sahlan, and everyone's like, oh.
Welcome.
knows what's up.
Well,
Yeah.
got it. Ahlan wa sahlan. Do you want to plug your? Can you plug your? You want to plug whatever you want? Thank you for coming on, Mike. By the way.
Yeah. Ahlan wa sahlan.
Wait, this will come out. This will come out, I believe, February. I want to say 7th or 8th. So if you have any shows or anything you want to plug, obviously go to his website is MikeFromDetroit.com. Mike Eshaq, and then literally Shaq, like the basketball
like
player.
Shaq, yeah. But it's Mike from Detroit. It's easy. It's easier to find me. So you can find all of my show dates at MikeFromDetroit.com. I'm doing a tour right now. So I just booked Houston on 4/20 at the Riot Comedy Club.
Nice.
I will be at the Port Baltimore March 2nd to the 4th.
Nice.
And then that following Sunday, I'm going to D.C. to room 808 on March 5th. I'm headlining Detroit House of Comedy June 9th through 10th.
Going home.
And I'm booking more shows. So
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned on MikeFromDetroit.com. Follow me on Instagram, Mike from Detroit. I post clips all the time.
Yeah, he's got some awesome clips right now, and you might find some inspiration from some of his clips into our clips. He's got some great watermarks and everything like that. Mike, thank you so much for coming on. MikeFromDetroit.com, Mike Eshaq. Thank you, brother.
Ahlan wa sahlan.